Hello and welcome to this afternoon, evening time taste challenge. We have two 40% alcohol Canadian blended whiskeys. We're wrapping up Canadian whiskey though. We're not at the end, but we're near the end. I mean, for now, until we come back around and it could be 6 months. Here, let me go wash this off. It's kind of dusty. I've been dusted on stuff. Here is McAdams. McAdams Canadian blended whiskey. There's the two lions holding up a maple leaf. They're saying imported. It says imported. If you buy it in Canada, it won't say that. Premium Canadian whiskey, aged 36 months, mellowed in aged oak, which is a meaningless statement because all Canadian whiskeys mellowed or aged in oak. So, product of Canada, aged 36 months. So it's a minimum age, 3-year-old Canadian whiskey, distilled and blended under the supervision of the Canadian government, which means nothing because all Canadian whiskey is. See, some of this stuff it's just something to put on a label. All Canadian whiskey is blended and, distilled and blended under the supervision of the Canadian government. All Canadian whiskey is aged in oak. So, but I guess it sounds nice for people that don't know. Every drop of this fine whiskey is made in the old world tradition of Christ. We age our premium whiskeys in the finest oak barrels. This is true. Listen to this statement. In the finest oak barrels, listen to this statement. This is truly one of Canada's, okay, scary. Start over. This is truly one of Canada's smoothest whiskeys. Now, I don't know how they determine that. I mean, what did they do? Try every other Canadian whiskey and determine theirs was the smoothest? But, it's just talk. But that's what they're saying. I didn't write it. They wrote it. This is truly, not allegedly, not possibly, no, truly one of Canada's smoothest whiskeys. That's the company, and ain't me writing that. It's a liter bottle. I paid $7.99 before the JB inflation. I paid $7.99 for this bottle at Total Wine and More, and they no longer sell it in my town. Or I'm sorry, my store, because the store is not in my town anyway. In my local Total Wine, there's the label, the wax seal, but of course it's not wax, just paper. Canadian premium. There's the crown for King Charles III, King of Canada. We need a king in the United States. I was proposing King Donald I, but other people didn't agree. All right, but anyway, oh me. So this label shows 3 crowns, 2 lions wearing crowns, and the maple leaf wearing a crown. Who is McAdams? I don't know. I don't know who introduced this product. I could maybe find out. All I know it's owned by Prestige. They might have been the people that started it. It's Prestige Beverage Group of Minnesota. It is bottled in Minnesota. Okay, it is produced in Canada. Who knows who produces it? I don't. It's a contract, like probably almost all the Canadian whiskeys. A contract produced Canadian whiskey. I mean, it could be produced by Crown Royal for all I know. You say Crown Royal. Yeah, because, a lot of these big liquor companies, like beer companies, they got excess capacity. Like they got days where they're not distilling their own stuff or brewing their own beer. And so they'll do it for you. But of course, you got to pay. Common sense. Hello, Tommy Carroll. He says, cheers, Louisiana Liquor Reviews. Cheers to you. So it's like the people that make Jameson, Irish distillers in Middleton, Ireland. So they make Jameson and all these other Canadian with Irish whiskeys, but they also produce Paddy's. They don't own Paddy. Paddy whiskey is produced by them for Sazerac. Now you say, well, why would you produce a liquor or a beer for a competitor? Look, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe to kind of get them under your control because like you're their competitor, but then you produce their product so they can't mess with you too much. Because then who's going to make the product? You know, it's I don't know. Maybe just to make money. I don't know. I don't know. I know DC Comics used to be the distributor for Marvel Comics. And I'm talking about the 1960s. But they had Marvel under their thumb because they said, well, hey, the contract says you can put out 8 books a month. And they would never budge. They were like, 8 books. So that's why Marvel had all those double series, you know, like Tales to Astonish was like half the Hulk, half Giant Man. Tales of Suspense was half Hulk, half Ant-Man. What am I saying? Ant-Man. And then later Namor, Prince Namor of Submariner. And then they had Tales of Suspense that was half Iron Man and half Captain America. But they had to do that because they were under that contract. And then so once the contract expired in 1967, that's when they started branching out and making all their own books. And they got their own distributor, which was Capital City Distributing, right? But once again, I don't know why a company would do that, but I just know that they do that. Okay, so who makes McAdams? We don't know. I know that Prestige Beverage Group does not own a distillery in Canada. They don't claim to. They just say it's made for them. It's just like Sazerac. They got all kind of Irish whiskey. They don't make it. They got all kind of Scotch whiskey. They don't make it. Prestige Beverage Group. They don't make these things. Do I have a problem with that? Oh, no, I have no problem with it. If Prestige Beverage Group wants to bring in Tomatin and call it one of their brands, fine. It's not really one of their brands, but they got it listed on their website, Tomatin. You know, oh, Tomatin is so great. Well, I mean, Tomatin is a separate Irish, I'm talking about Scottish distillery that's so old, but they got it under their grips some kind of way. Look at Pabst Brewing Company. You say Pabst. Oh, those guys just make all that yellow fizzy stuff. Yeah, but then if you look at their website, they also say that Dragon's Milk is part of their portfolio. Well, you know, Dragon's Milk is expensive, high alcohol, imperial stouts and all kind of other stuff. So once again, that's just a point. I don't know how the stuff works. Okay. Queso Brucha says Asahi Super Dry. Yeah, I like Asahi Super Dry. I'd like to try all the other Asahi products. I know they make way more than Super Dry. I know I probably won't get to try them. Okay, so let's get into this now. Oh. I got to put this on my notes. Sorry, big mistake. I don't know what kind of barrels Crown Royal Special Reserve is aged in. Okay, they don't say, so I don't know. McAdams is aged 3 years, and it's mellowed, meaning aged. Mellowed. Oh, I'm just gonna put aged 3 years in ex-bourbon barrels. Whose bourbon barrels? They don't say on the website. Only says ex-bourbon barrels. Do you like Asahi Super Dry? Yes, I like it a lot. Okay, so well, first thing we'll notice is that the Somebody's starting their lawnmower inconveniently. Well, first thing we notice is the McAdams is very pale. It's golden, pale gold like straw, and that the Crown Royal Reserve is copper. I mean, it's much darker. So I have tags at the bottom of the glasses, but I do not need tags. I just need to close my eyes. Hold on a second. Let me see who's cutting. Oh, that's the contractor across the street. Not, I thought it was the guy cutting his own yard. It's the lady. The lady hires the people. Hello, Ron. Hello to you, Maxwell. Hi, you still up? He's probably not still up. He probably woke up early. It's already morning time in Russia, I bet you. All right. Oh, okay. So price point. I bought a liter. You heard me right. A liter of Prestige McAdams Canadian whiskey. They also make a cherry flavored one. I think it's called cherry flavored. And they make a light, which is like half proof, like 20. It's like 21% alcohol, like 41, 42 proof. You say, why would somebody want to drink that? I don't know why they would want to drink it, but there are other companies that produce these half strength whiskeys. They're not legally whiskeys, you know, they're like distilled specialty spirits, distilled spirit specialties. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it's just whiskey that's half strength. But they do show that on the website and in that cherry flavored one. Yeah. All right. $45 for Crown Royal Reserve. So you would really hope that the Crown Royal Reserve would be a whole lot better, right? I mean, we're talking about $45 for this one. $45. It's aged extra, meaning longer than normal, but we don't know what normal is, so we don't know what the extra is. Have I tried the Crown Royal Apple? No, I haven't. But I worked with a guy, and he did over the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and he said, yeah, it was really good. So I glanced down and saw the product, so I got to reshuffle them. Trying to find Prestige Beverage Group again. Here we go. Okay, so they have McAdams is a smooth whiskey to enjoy on the rocks or mixed in your favorite cocktail. Notice they don't say enjoy neat, but then they're going to sit there and say it's truthfully one of the smoothest Canadian whiskeys. Well, then why wouldn't you enjoy it neat? There's a 3-year-old blended and there's a 3-year-old Canadian light. I'm looking at the website. Yeah, 27% alcohol. Can you believe it? So they're both aged 3 years in ex-bourbon barrels. I know there is well, they're not showing the flavored one here, but I saw it before, unless they cut it. Aged 3 years in ex-bourbon barrels. Okay, well, that's all we need to know. SD Kirby says, greetings from Iowa. Greetings to you. What's my favorite whiskey? Oh, I'm not sure. Ardbeg 10, probably. Yes, I haven't gone to bed yet. I usually go to bed late. I can see that. But then you'd be up watching my Dawn Busters. Do you sleep, Maxwell? All right. Okay, I got them mixed up enough to track which is which. Let's go with the aroma. So $45 versus $8. And remember, with the $7.99, a penny less than $8, you get a full liter, or you did back when the deal was good. This smells like sweet alcohol, sweet grain whiskey, sweet corn. What about rye? What about wheat whiskey? What about malt whiskey? Oh, yeah, those could be there, but it's mainly that sweet maize, as they say in Europe, sweet corn. My friend David was like, "Yeah, but they got the real corn in Europe." I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. It's just maize. We call it corn. In Europe, if you say corns, a lot of times they think you're talking about wheat. Like in the Bible, the English translation of the Bible, they'll say they were they're talking about corn, but they really mean in wheat. But it's all grain, of course, different types of grain. Hmm. Sweet corn, right? Rye. Well, you know what? Appearance, it's a tie because you might prefer dark and the other person might prefer light gold. So I can't say one looks better than the other. They just don't look the same. Okay. Um, Aroma, well, I don't see where they're that different. This one might be a little more intense. Maybe that's the Crown Royal, but I don't really see what the where it's like, oh, this is obviously so much better with the aroma. No, I'm not seeing that. So right now we've got a win. We've got McAdams in the win column and Crown Royal coming up behind, but that's probably going to change in the taste. So here we go with the taste. Now, if it's going to change, you know, $37 better, it's hard to think there's going to be $37 better, but and it's really more than that because I'm dealing with a liter bottle. It's more like $38, $39. Yeah, these Canadian whiskeys, they are so similar. I mean, they have. It's just like you taste them and you're like, okay, there's sweet corn, or really it just tastes like sweet bread, like a bread product, like it's sugary sweet bread, something. They're all like that, and then they'll have like some nuttiness or whatever. All right, haha. Crown Royal Special Reserve. As soon as I tasted it, there was no question on earth. Now we have to decide which is better. Okay, greetings from. Oh yeah, I read that already. All right, greetings back to you. Now, Crown Royal Reserve comes in a fancy bag. Feels like leather. It's not leather, but it feels like it. And has a purple crown, purple and gold for the royalty. Royalty. Let's calculate that down to 750. I want to be really accurate. 799 divided by 1,000 times 750. 599. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. So $6. Oh man, $39 better. Oh, well, let's try it out and see. 39. That's a lot of money. $39, even in this bad day and age with economics. You're probably saying you blame the government, huh? Well, of course I blame the government. I've always blamed the source of the problem, right? If I got overweight and I developed high blood pressure because I was never exercising and eating fatty food and not watching my intake, yeah, I would blame myself because it would be my fault. All right, I wouldn't blame soda pop companies and fast food companies because they did not control what I ate. That's my own free will. I chose to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna put the blame where it belongs. I used to be overweight slightly, but I lost 35 pounds. Uh, did I blame the potato chip companies, Frito Lay, and all of them for that? No, it was me. So, yeah, common sense. I'm going to blame inflation on the source of the problem, meaning the U.S. government. Okay, nothing personal. You put the credit where the credit is due, and you put the blame where the blame is due. Skateboarder says, "Good times when Jay is live." Oh, thank you. Yeah, Jay, not my real name. It's an alias. But really just a nickname based on my middle initial. All right. I think, in my opinion, now, is McAdams one of the smoothest Canadian whiskeys? Meaning it's got no bite, no harshness. Yeah, probably so. That's what they say on the bottle. It's pretty smooth. It's enjoyable. I'm glad I paid $7.99. I'm glad I bought it. I like it. Um, I see a lot of stores selling it. I was looking online. A lot of people got it. Not around here, but I did find it here when Total Wine opened. I never seen it before. Um, Crown Royal Reserve. Yeah, I mean that's pretty common. I mean when Dixie got it, Thurns got it, Walmart's got it, Total Wine's got it. I mean it's like a big product. It's a big product. See, to me, I think they're using ex-bourbon barrels as well. I mean, we know that McAdams is because it says we use ex-bourbon barrels. Crown Royal, I get the impression that that's what they're using for this one, but it might be bourbon barrels with a heavier char note. You know what I mean? Like they got a thicker char level. Because what they have four different main levels of char, like the number one, the number two, the number three, and the number four, they call it alligator char. It's like thick. They just keep burning the barrel, burning it, 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 burning it. And then the char level, the charcoal gets so thick and it makes the whiskey so charred. Maybe that's the ones they're using for the Crown Royal Special Reserve. Notice I said maybe because I do not know. And it is extra aged. We get that. What are the ingredients? They do not tell us. There's no mash bill listing. They don't say, oh, yeah, it's this percentage of rye, this percentage of wheat, this percentage of single malt barley malt whiskey, this percentage of maize or corn, as we say in North America. No, they don't list all that. Crown Royal, and look at any of their products. The only one I know that lists the ingredient predominantly is the Northern Harvest Rye, which says it's 95% rye. 95% rye whiskey. You say, well, what about the other 5%? Well, see, then we don't know. Could it be 5% wheat? Yeah. Could it be 5% barley malt whiskey? Yeah. Could it be 5% maize / corn whiskey, grain whiskey? Yeah. Would it matter? Yeah. Wouldn't matter to a great extent, maybe, but it would matter because grains are different. In Louisiana, they make a rice whiskey. I'd like to try it. I haven't seen it too much, but I have seen it. Not so keen to pay $60 for whiskey made from rice. Is it good? I would not know. I know those Japanese whiskeys sometimes be using rice as their grain. They used to say that on the Suntory website, but they changed it and doesn't say it. Somebody was like making fun of me, like laughing, LOL, like ha ha ha. I'm like, I don't know what you're laughing about because I read it on the website, and it's funny because the person found it comical that I would have said that Japanese whiskey was using rice as their base grain whiskey. And I'm thinking to myself, do you know what they grow in Asia? Are you familiar with Asian agriculture to any extent? I mean, it's laughable, if somebody that we ain't talking about Kansas, we talking about Korea. We're not talking about Kansas, we talking about Taiwan, Cambodia, Cambodia. We're not talking about the game. We're not talking about the game. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. Stanley Wayne Rolls says, cheers. Cheers to you, Stanley Wayne. Well, I'm going to tell you the truth, though. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. No, but you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I like to be honest in these reviews, and I'm always honest to a large extent. And you can 100% more or less to a large extent rely on my honesty. And I would never, most probably ever, betray you. Okay. And that's a guarantee for all intents and purposes. Oh, you are so as a comic, in all seriousness, I have to admit that I'm not really seeing the $39 difference. Wayne is laughing. Ha ha ha. What if it was a $29 difference? I'm not actually seeing that. Now, some people are going to really come at me and be like, you do not know good whiskey. This is Crown Royal Reserve, fool. Everybody knows how good it is. You apparently don't. Yeah, apparently I do not, because I've been doing taste challenges blind, and it really hasn't been whipping up on other people. It's been kind of like a little bit better, like sort of better. It is like even literally better. You say, but you got to bring up that little, that needling, that fucking, that little price point thing, don't you? I'm like Travis Bickle, I keep talking about sport, because I'm gonna tell you why, because we gotta buy it. Now, if it was all free, wouldn't matter. You say that's the winner. It's all done. Yet you and I have to pay for it, because I bought all these. You say people give you, like, I had people years ago say they give you beer to review. I said, man, look, I told them, I said, if Anheuser-Busch was giving me beer to review, I'd be doing a Budweiser video every day. And then I would admit it. I'd be bragging about it. They don't send me nothing. You know how many whiskey companies sent me beer? You want to take a guess? I mean, sent me beer. Yeah. You know how many whiskey companies sent me liquor? Want to take a wild guess? Want to guess? I bet you'll get it right. No, so I had to buy these, and you had to buy these. If you see them, you'll have to buy these. So maybe a $3 difference. Oh yeah. Well, he's taking it to the extreme, but I do that same thing. So what if it was a $29 difference? I'm trying to get this stinking rotten thing to focus. I wouldn't pay $29 more. No. You say, what about 19? 19? I could buy a whole another bottle of whiskey for $19. No, I wouldn't pay $19 more. $9? Okay. I might pay $9. Yeah. So I know Diageo got me on their hit list. So if I disappear off the internet, you know what happened. But I'm glad I bought it. I paid $45 plus tax. No knock, no upset, no anger, but got about what 45% of the bottle left, 40%. Yeah, it's good, it's cool. But the guy that was telling me all about it, the salesman, you heard what I said. The salesman for Crown Royal was talking about how awesome it was. Awesome. That it is awesome. Okay, I tried it. I drank it. I've been dealing with it now for 2 weeks. I don't know what he's talking about. Awesome. I know what that word means, and this ain't awesome. Is it nice? Yeah. Do I like it? Certainly. Would I recommend it? You know it. Would I buy it again? Well, I mean, that doesn't matter because I don't ever buy anything again. I'm always on to the next thing. But would I buy it again in theory? Oh yeah, I'll probably buy it again in theory. Now, I'd rather get that Crown XL or XR extra reserve, but that's like about $70. I'm not really dying to pay $75 to $80, but no, but it's not. This should, if you're paying $45 and the other whiskey is $5.99 for we're talking about the regular bottle. I paid it. This is a liter bottle. We have to bring in the price per ounce. Or if you live in the British Commonwealth, the price per milliliter. This should be a wipeout. Like it shouldn't even be where you considering, oh yeah, well let me think about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Let me discover something. No. For $39 difference, there shouldn't be none of that discovery. It should be clear cut and a wipeout. A clear cut wipeout, a decimation, a destruction. But it's not. So does McAdams live up to its billing? It does in a way. Now, they're saying it's one of the smoothest Canadian whiskeys. Well, considering I haven't tried, but really, when you think about it, only a handful of Canadian whiskeys. I don't know. I can't say, but it's pretty smooth. It is enjoyable, and you might laugh it off and say, "You're an idiot. You're a dumb, stupid." You could say all that. I don't care. It's inexpensive, common sense. I knew it was inexpensive when I saw it for $7.99 a liter. I didn't really need to be instructed on that. I could kind of deduce. I mean, I could deduce that through deductive reasoning. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know. I get it. It's cheap. Tastes good, though. And isn't that what counts? People say, no, that's not what counts. When it's whiskey, it's all about perception and how you look. No one cares about the taste. They care about how it looks, how it's portrayed, the image. I realize that. I know about wine as well. But I try to be more practical. I'm one of those throwback people. I'm not one of the cool kids. And I realized that in my booklet, you say, but you're living in your own private Idaho. It's true. But in my booklet, taste matters. You say, that is so gauche. Taste does not matter. But to me, taste matters, and I'm tasting it, and I'm saying no. I'm giving the win to McAdams. So like Popeye said, blow me down. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. And so I'm rolling with McAdams. McAdams, the clear and present winner. Okay, now comments. Maybe a $3 difference, but that would be pushing it. Well, that would be pushing it. I mean, we're not talking about $3, but we said 19, 29, 39, and it wasn't winning. That's a decimation. That's a loss. That's a catastrophe. That's a catastrophe. Ugh, 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 says Oliver Wayne. Well, thank you for that. Toot, toot, says Wayne. Well, Wayne might have been drinking a little bit. All right, but anyway, so sorry, Crown Royal. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I got to say it. And now we move on. How's Crown Royal going to do against the last two? I don't know, but I got a bad feeling about it. If anybody wants to see what the last two are, let me know, or forever hold your peace. If not, we out of here. Yeah, pop out of celibate. It makes me want to eat spinach. I bought spinach Sunday, yesterday. Yeah, today's Monday. Well, that's scary. That's serendipity. That's oh, I think I'm gonna go put on Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, and when I turn on the TV, the Wizard of Oz is gonna be on. Then I'm gonna get really scared. I'll be very scared. But it'll probably all line up. Like every scene will match the lyrics. But I don't want to go there because that's too you are not. Um, if anybody wants to see what's coming up for the last two challenges, let me know. Am I drunk? Do I seem to be? Let me know. Or if not, I'm going to go ahead and write this review for the McAdams on Google. Nope. Yeah, right. So I'm not. If I was drunk, I'd be like, like, it's all about the pork, people that eat pork, and you don't know what the antennas send to the universe, and all that, like idiocy. Buzzed. No, not really. But I did get a chicken chipotle burrito at Taco Bell today for $2 plus tax, and that was very enjoyable. So anyway, yeah, all right, that's it. You'll see tomorrow morning. I got a yum. It was yummy. So tomorrow morning, I've got another Canadian whiskey coming up. I'll tell you, it's Gibson's Finest Rare. It is rare in my town since no one sells it here. And then we've got doggone. I don't know. It's another Canadian whiskey. Irritates me to no end when I can't think of the product. But it's two left, and then we on to Ireland. On to Ireland. And when I tell you the deal I got on this Irish whiskey, you'll think I'm lying. I'm not lying. It's the truth. I'm glad I only paid $10 for it. I paid $10. I'll let the cat out the bag. But when you see the price point, you'd be like, "What? You making it up?" Can I do a beer review again soon? Yes, I have some coming. I have some coming out tomorrow morning. They're already posted. They haven't. Well, they're already scheduled, but they haven't posted yet. But they'll be coming out tomorrow. Burley Sullivan says, "You." All right, you to y'all, and I'm out of here. And so get ready. We got Tuesday a Canadian whiskey, then Wednesday, and then we on to Ireland, and it's going to be will I ever shave my beard off? Yes, when I join the Navy Reserves.